All right, what's good? We're back in the kitchen. We're doing an early recording this time. So if you notice anything, different about me, maybe the hat's a bit more perked or something. It's Don't Look Cook. It's week 11, which means it's our second last episode. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Unless someone out there wants to send us a big chunk of money so we can keep the show on the road. Well, always looking for sponsors, so get in touch. First things first, sponsor time, gltraining.com.au. They're absolute legends. They're the ones who have helped put all this together. They're the ones that are going to be financing the last episode, which is going to be something extra special. You have to wait and see what that's going to be. Make sure you go and check them out, gltraining.com.au. They do working at heights, confined spaces, forklift certifications, all the things you need for your next career. Go get certified at gltraining.com.au. Check them out, get in touch. Today, we're looking at something that could be very special. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the ingredients list because it's gonna become obvious what it is very, very soon. I think I already have an idea just based on one ingredient specifically, though if it makes you feel any better, I don't know how to make it. Let's get into the ingredients list. We have 1.5 cups of chopped pecans. There you go, there's your first clue. 3 large eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of golden syrup, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of salt, short crust pastry. It just says pastry. Is it just like, use as much as I need? We're looking at a pecan pie, right? We got pecans, we got pastry. That's just where we're at. Now, the only thing that I don't know about pecan pie is like, obviously pecans are in the pie. Like, it's in the name. So there's pecans, but if I just made pastry sheet, pecans, pastry sheet, probably not great, right? So yeah, obviously pecan pie is more involved in that. We've got this big tank of golden syrup here and we need to use 3/4 of a cup of it. So that's gonna work in with the pecans in the pie, obviously. Lots of sugar, vanilla. The eggs, all of the egg goes in it. So I'm gonna work out what's going on with these eggs. Obviously if you bake whole eggs, it's gonna have a bit of a savory tincture to it, I imagine. Okay, well, look, in any case, this is obviously going in the oven, so I'm gonna preheat that. It could be fun to do it in the microwave, but I do want this to work out. So I'm gonna preheat the oven before we get anything further into it. So I'm gonna go, I don't know, 180 or something like that, but I'll probably take it to 200 just to be safe. So I'll take this tray out. Hey, look at this. Got a little pie tray. That's so cute. That is so, so cute. All right, well, we have our dish for the pie. I'm wondering whether I go baking paper with this or whether I just go butter and pastry. There you go. Well, we have to chop these pecans for starters, so let's just do that before anything else gets any further. 1.5 cups of chopped pecans. So let's get our pecans into this little measurer. How are we looking here? How are we looking? Yeah, that's good. I'm wondering whether it's gonna be more efficient to just crush this or something. Yeah, I might just give it a little crush just to break up some of them. All right, so got our pecans, lovely. The hint that I was given was that the step that I wouldn't know what to do was to involve the pecans. And I feel like if there's something that has to be done to these pecans, apart from, I don't know, talking to them nicely, it might be to give them a bit of a roast, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, pecans roasting on a $39 Kmart fry. So let's do that. I'll preheat the Kmart fryer. That's quite toasty, I think. We're toasted up. Ooh. Ooh. Now we're gonna have to make our pecan sweet mix with our, what's this, molasses, what's this shit called? Golden syrup, our butter, the white sugar, the vanilla. We're gonna make that blend that's gonna go inside. Let's get our mixing bowl. Here we go. So we're gonna get our roasted pecans in here, delicious. We need to get we're gonna leave the eggs, I'm worried about the eggs. A cup of sugar, we'll do that after as well. We'll get 3/4 a cup of golden syrup in there. Yeah, should be pouring. Look at that, sexual. Just try to evenly spread that around. I'm trying to save time here. Yes, I'm a god. So while this thing is happening, this Newton's cradle of molasses, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, perfect, fresh. Try to keep the butter even. They said I was crazy doing this. Look at me now. Oh yes. So we've got that in, got that in. I've got a bit of a sneeze coming on here. My first ever sneeze on camera. Hit the dab. I might give this a little a little early mix just to see if we can get that butter and the golden syrup coming together. I mean, look, this is a recipe. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Organic, so true. Could be. 1 cup of sugar, that's so much sugar. So we're gonna go a little bit soft on it because you know how I feel about that. Chuck all that in there. So much sugar, that's insanity. Oh yeah, there's that mix. There's that crunchy, sugary mix. All right, let's get these eggs in. These are good eggs. Love these eggs, 700s. I'm thinking we just chuck the eggs in. You chuck eggs into cake, you just chuck the eggs in. Like, it's not gonna ruin anything just because you have eggs for breakfast and that tastes awesome with bacon. Doesn't mean you can't put 3 eggs in with pecans and sugar and golden syrup and make a delicious pie. 3, ole, ole, ole. Half a teaspoon of salt, of course. This is just to balance our flavors. All right, I've decided I'm gonna commit to the tray. We're going tray. So if we're gonna go tray, that means we've got to grease the tray. We're gonna line that thing. You know what? I'm not gonna waste this butter on the lid here from the butter. I'm just gonna get this guy on here. God, this is a tip for all of you playing at home. Oh my goodness. This is actually such a big brain play right now. Consider the tray buttered. Here's where it starts to get serious. This is when the boys become pastry boys. We gotta work out how to build this thing. Hey. Don't be sticking now. Hey, stop that. All right, sheet 1. Looks like it should be okay. If we have to do some stitching, we can do some stitching. This is actually so exciting. Nice, that's gonna hold our mix, lovely. All right, and we might take some of these offcuts here and use these to sort of stitch our side in. I don't know if this is gonna work, but in my head it does. Nice, it's a line base right there. I think we're about ready to get our mix in, but like I said, I'm gonna take one of these guys here. So this one's a bit botched, which doesn't matter because we're actually only going to be botching it more. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about in just a moment, but I'm gonna take it off. It's botched. There's like Rey Mysterio up in this bitch. Let's get this pecan mix back together. All right, I think it's time to do the dump. Shall we dump? Let's get her in. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. What a dump. Perfect. Don't know how much that's gonna rise. Don't care. Looks good. All right, now for my piece de resistance. I don't know if you can do this with short crust pastry, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That's actually a really bad move, doing that. That was really dumb. Oh. Now we are going to take this here, and of course, gonna make a couple of little lattices here. That's better. That's a pie. Tell me that isn't one of the most pleasant looking things we've ever happened upon in the No Look Cool kitchen. This is where the chaos starts. But like, I mean, let's just soak this up for a minute, just for the hell of it. I'm gonna chuck a little bit of cinnamon sugar on the top before it gets cooked. Bang. All right, well, it's banging in the oven. I don't know, 4 minutes? I don't know, 20 minutes? 25 minutes? I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna think, my guess is half an hour. Let's chuck her in. Time's passed. Pecan pie smelling like a dream. Let's get it out of the oven and see how she goes. Try not to burn my hands. This is crazy. Dude, don't tell me that lattice wasn't a good idea. That lattice is cracked. Oh, baby, please. That is a pie. Like, everything about that is how I wanted it to go. We've got that nice golden brown flaky texture. Let me just try some of this pastry on the side here, because we're gonna have to wait for this guy to cool down. Flaky pastry. The lattice was a genius play, I'll be honest. Well, the last thing that we have to do is to crack into it, but we're gonna have to let it sit. All right, well, we're gonna wait for this thing to cool down. It's gonna settle a little bit. It won't stay as nice and archy. Let's cool it down and then we'll get some tasters done. Plenty of people who wanna taste this one, so catch you in a bit. All right, well, in the interest of just not waiting for this pie forever, we let it sit for, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, got too impatient, and then just decided that we wanna cut it and we wanna see what's inside. So, at the risk of ruining the entire thing, we're just gonna stab it and get into it so we can see. So, oh, nice, with a little pierce. That lattice is, it's kind of worked out here. All right, it's gonna be hot. Yeah. Oh, so tough.
That's real good. That's hot.
Man, that's tasty though.
That's so good, dude.
This is bloody delicious, and it was actually like pretty easy to make. Take this to someone's house, they're gonna think you're an expert, and you could just be a bum like me. Big episode coming next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Give the video a share on Facebook, and yeah, let's get a big audience for next week. It's gonna be a big finale.
If people share this video,
Yeah.
they can win a Rebel merch pack with the pizza cutter.
With the signed pizza cutter.
I'll draw a random person from people who share the video.
Big thanks to gltraining.com.au. We love you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Go and get certified at gltraining.com.au. Working at heights, forklifts, certifications for all different trades and different bits and pieces. It's all right there, gltraining.com.au. Check them out. We got a big party. See you next week for the finale. Mwah.